Welcome once again everywhere to another Dota League Season number 5 Division 1 and 2 playoff game. It is Kingdom going up against Team Ice. Ice, they looked just ridiculously solid in their group stage. They lost only one game, not even a match, just one single map, so to say. Kingdom struggling a little bit more, but in their own group also looking solid, so by all means should be a great game, but I myself have to favor Ice. But of course, we're HeflaTV, I'm Couchor, and I am gonna be joined by Danelie at least for game number 1. How you doing?
Looking pretty good. So this is a pretty big game for both teams. Is this going to be a best of two game again,
No,
or
it's
is this
a best
best
of
of
3 now.
three?
Yeah.
Oh, best of three. Damn, I'm going to miss this. But pretty important game for both teams. They are going for a very big target with the win. They need to win two games if they want to actually go into Division 1, was it? Or Division 2?
Yeah, it's if you win enough games you get into Division 1, otherwise you're gonna have to stay in Division 2. But, well,
Okay.
it's 8 teams at the moment. Ice, Kingdom, MVP Hot 6, 5 Eva, Underminer, Execration, Arcanis, as well as Eloons, I think is the last one. Yes, Eloons.
Yeah.
So the winner of this one will go and face 5 Eva in the semi-final, because 5 Eva already defeated MVP 2-0.
Yeah, Five Ever's a really big team. I'm gonna be honest. I think Five Ever's gonna be a step above Kingdom and Team Ice, just because we know Five Ever. They play phenomenal Dota. They do kind of have those days they're a bit off, but obviously enjoying Dota League, they're gonna have their A game. They're gonna try and go for it. So first off, let's just start with these two teams because we haven't actually reached the Five Ever game yet. So first pick so far by both teams. We're going to have a Batrider and Juggernaut secured by Kingdom, whereas Team Ice, they go for a Vengeful Spirit. So they go for a support, whereas Kingdom, surprisingly enough, go for two cores as their first pick, but very strong heroes. They've got the Batrider, who's a great offlane, lots of pick-off potential, and their Juggernaut, which sometimes you see him as a support, but I feel like this is just going to be a pretty standard carry Juggernaut. Such a great hero, scales very well with items, and that Omni Slash, if you can actually get solo kills with that, then Juggernaut himself can be a potent threat.
It's Juggernaut. You usually like force the enemies with the rest of your heroes to go into BKBs. Then they pop the BKB and you just Omni slash them down anyway, wasting or making them waste the BKB charges and get nothing out of it. It's just such a strong hero. The one thing that's maybe a little bit weird is going for the Batrider pick into the Vengeful Spirit there. But Vengeful Spirit will not be around all the time. Early on, may not even be level 6 by the time Batrider gets the blink. And like I pointed out, great offlaner. And if the offlane fails, just go into the jungle, get farmed that way. As for Team Ice though, they also have some pretty nice synergy, lots of minus armor already with the two of them. Do you think they might even go for something like a Lycan now? Just go for extremely fast Roshan's and with the help of the Aegis just kind of death ball the pushes?
Well, they absolutely can do that really. Like he's not as popular as he used to be, that's one thing to note. And we don't really see him in Southeast Asian Dota as well. He's kind of drifted off from C Dota. We still see him in North American and European Dota, so he could make an appearance in this game, but I'm not too sure. It's a bit early to say. They might go for a fourth or fifth pick Lycan. You don't really want to pick him up so early.
I think I saw like an almost exactly the same lineup for the first quarterfinal, which was MVP Hot 6 versus 5 Eva. I think it was Hot 6 running like a Vengeful Shadowfiend Lycan, and the enemy had Batrider and Juggernaut as well. I mean, Lycan also helps out with the mass units against the Omni Slash. But we'll see, like you said, just Lycan isn't all that popular and most teams would rather avoid the hero. As Ice, they're going for that secondary counter to the Batrider now, having the Glimpse as well as the swap. This Batrider for sure will not have an easy game.
No, he will not have an easy game. So it feels like he's going to have to go for a guaranteed BKB this game, or he's just going to have to play very carefully with the way he tries to get towards Team Ice for those lassos. So he's going to just have to go for those really good over the tree line fireflies. Hope that there's no vision on Team Ice, so that there's no glimpse back sent by that disruptor. He's a great hero. My only concern with the disruptor is that if the game goes late, Disruptor really falls off in terms of his utility, because Kingdom, they've got a Juggernaut who already has a built-in BKB with the spin, so the kinetic field's no issue for the Juggernaut. So if you think about it, Team Ice don't really have too many heroes to work around that Juggernaut. You need disables to really keep the Jug in place to really finish him off. So we'll see if they actually can work around this Disruptor and Vengeful Spirit combo because I've seen a couple of teams run these two heroes together, and as roaming supports, they are wonderful. It's as long as you have vision of your target, there's no way for them to escape, especially when there's 3 to 4 points in that glimpse.
That's certainly true enough. I mean, early on, level 1 glimpse, maybe not as good, but from level 2 onwards already, you can definitely start making things happen. And I think all in all, well, of course it will depend on Ice's last two picks, but this Disruptor, his static storms will have to be on point in trying to deal with the Juggernaut. Like I said, you really need kind of hard lockdown, because Juggernaut, even if you do get silenced, may just have enough lifesteal, for example, with the Blade Dance, the passive crit helping out with just really man-fighting anybody almost in the game. So we'll see as Kingdom. They do have the Lion now as well, plenty of lockdown for the first support. So they need an additional support plus a possible mid laner. Storm Spirit is still in the pool if either side would want to go for that one by Kingdom. For now, picking up the Earthshaker, so the supports have so much lockdown.
Yeah, there's a lot of lockdown in Kingdom. They've got phenomenal teamfight potential if you think about it. There's stuns everywhere. They've got two very elusive cores. They've got the Batrider who's eventually going to pick up the Force Staff. You're going to have that Juggernaut going around with the spin. What would this last hero pickup be for Kingdom? You said they could go for a Storm Spirit, a pretty solid mid hero, especially when he's going up against a Shadow Fiend. He can throw a lot of aggression onto the Shadow Fiend and try to bully him out of lane. ISO, they're going to pick up an Axe as their fourth hero. They really needed a frontliner, and Axe is definitely going to do the job for him. That Berserker's Call is pretty much going to be their only disable for that Juggernaut if he tries to escape with pretty much any sort of magic immunity. But I still see him as a good hero. There's a lot of very squishy heroes on Kingdom.
Yeah, Axe is, I think, almost always going to be a nice hero. The one thing I'm a little bit afraid of is this now an off-lane Axe for them? Because if it is, being up against the tri-lane of what is most likely going to be Juggernaut, Lion, and Earthshaker, it's by no means going to be easy. I mean, Axe, much similarly to the Batrider, can also go into the jungle if need be. Maybe not as reliable, but played correctly, you still jungle pretty fast.
Yeah, both off lanes are going to get those pretty quick blink daggers. So the moment they realize they can't sit in lane, just head off into the jungle and they're absolutely fine with it. So it looks like both teams, their off lanes are sorted. I don't want to say Ice is a hard carry yet because this could be a mid Shadow Fiend or it could be safe lane Shadow Fiend for all we know. More or less, I think we see more mid Shadow Fiends. But if they realize that he's going to be in a hard matchup, then they might actually have to substitute it for someone else. Ooh, Templar Assassin picked up for Kingdom. So good mid lane tempo control hero, lots of burst potential. And they have some negative armor with her as well, so Kingdom can go for their own Roshans if they really want to now with the Templar Assassin meld.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of utility. And, well, we'll see if Team Ice now, as their fifth pick, can pick up something that actually helps removing those refraction charges or not. Although they don't really have too much space to go for different heroes. I was thinking like maybe a lifestealer earlier on, maybe even go for an aggressive tri-lane. I've seen it like once in the past couple of weeks or something.
Once.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, like, you just don't see lifestealer at all almost. But
Yeah.
it's not too bad against the spin. I mean, Kingdom, even with the amount of lockdown they have, may not be able to just kill off a lifestealer. But as always, aggressive tri-lanes are of course kind of risky for you to run, and that would mean that Axe would have to face Batrider solo, which, depending on the lane you are in and whether you're Radiant and Dire on that particular lane, it may favor the Axe, but if it's the Radiant safe lane Axe up against off lane Batrider, probably wouldn't be all that great, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it's too bad. I feel like the Batrider Axe matchup, it's pretty even. It's just going to be dependent on the player's skill. So long as Batrider can keep on kiting the Axe, and so long as Axe can't reach the Batrider, then Bat's going to be fine. But if the Axe catches out the Batrider, it's a bit of a different story for Bat. Unless there's no creeps nearby, then he might be a bit lucky. So we'll see how the two off lanes fare if they end up going for that one-on-one matchup, or if they're just going to get their standard off-lane against tri-lane, which I feel like that's going to be the case for both teams. But we'll see with this last pick. Oh, I actually was thinking about Queen of Pain. I never said it, but she is going to appear for Team Ice. So they have quite a bit of nuking potential with this Queen of Pain, very mobile. So they have their mobile DPS, they have an Axe for their front line, and they have a Shadow Fiend to kind of guarantee them some sort of a late game. I don't want to say Shadow Fiend's one of those phenomenal late game carries, but he does have somewhat potential. I don't know. I feel like Juggernaut's a better carry in general. Maybe I'm just being a bit biased because Juggernaut's OP.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Shadowfiend definitely not the greatest late game hero. Not bad by any means, especially because you have the built-in minus armor, which is going to be awesome. But other than that, Kingdom, they just have so much of a better late game. I think Batrider Initiation is going to be just fantastic. You Firefly, you get the vision that way, and you don't even have to get like the best class, so you may even jump the Vengeful Spirit because you're going to have a Blinking Lion with the straight out Hex to also follow up on somebody else at the same time. And of course, even an Earthshaker, the amount of lockdown that he brings when the Aftershock is maxed out and when you have a Blink. So late game, I definitely favor Kingdom, but Ice, mid game with the Axe just continuously blinking, getting those initiations, they may be able to find enough momentum to just carry it to their victory.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I muted myself in Dota TV. Have I?
Oh,
I have!
have you?
I have muted myself. I haven't done this in a while.
So to me, it's showing your chat bubble, but I don't know.
No. It should be showing now. It didn't show during the draft phase, so unfortunately, people that are watching on Dota TV did not hear me at all. I am very sorry. Oh my goodness. I hope you accept my apologies. I am very, very sorry.
Oh, they're gonna find out your address now and come get you. How dare you? How dare you have your microphone muted?
Riot! Cast a mute! Riot! I want my money back!
Well, now though, to introduce the teams. So, for the side of Kingdom on the Dire side, we're gonna have Reginity playing the Batrider on the offlane, leaving Wedding Crash on the Temper Assassin with Yomo Kompaku, their captain, on the Earthshaker, Drainage to handle the Juggernaut, and last is going to be Fruits on the Lion.
On the side of Ice, playing on the Radiant side, looks like they want to secure that bottom rune. We have CLE on our Vengeful Spirit. We have Engsui on our Shadow Fiend, B-Boy on the Disruptor, Justin on the Queen of Pain, and lastly, did I miss somebody? Yes, I did. Up top, we have JJT on that Axe, who's going to be solo off lane.
That weapon looks pretty badass, I have to say.
I think that's a Reaver.
I have a
No, it's a Ram's head.
I have not seen such. Well, I haven't seen that axe set at all. Is it like a new one or?
It might be the new set from Chinese New Year. You know the Chinese New Year themed boxes? Like that weapon, just a giant axe head with a scythe sticking out of its middle of its head. I wanted to say forehead, but it wasn't really forehead.
I totally visualized what was going on.
It probably went like this in your brain. So you pictured a ram, and then you saw the blade, and you're just trying to figure out where that blade was. All of a sudden, it came out of its eye, then its nostril, and then probably at the tip of its nose, and then all of a sudden, it just slides correctly in the middle of its head. That's my best description, probably.
Oh, bottom lane. They get the glimpse back on the Batrider with the magic missile to follow. It's gonna be first blood as well. Almost missed it, but on the meantime, top lane, Axe might be in trouble. Yomo, is there no Fissure yet though for an unknown reason? Could have been an easy block in. Maybe they thought Juggernaut isn't close enough, but Ice, they grab themselves first blood. Still, they get the Hex on Axe as well. Earth Spike, and with the Blade Fury should get the kill.
Wow, both off lanes already having very tough times. They both die, but luckily for Kingdom, they actually... No, sorry, unlucky for poor Fragnity. He gave away first blood, so luckily for Ice, they've got to be happy they received the bigger bounty on the off-lane kill. Kingdom, they secured their own kill on the Axe, but not as much of a big deal, I suppose. You want that first blood. Off-lane kills are going to be great because you're shutting down the off-lanes. They're probably going to head into the jungle now, which is what JJT is doing, but Fragnity's still going to hang down in that bottom lane. He's got to be very careful. If these supports get that glimpse into stun, I could see him dying again.
It's definitely not all that hard for Ice to accomplish there, but B-Boy now is trying to safeguard the rune up against the Batrider here, and well, we'll pick up a regeneration, so it means full mana. Early on, the glimpse is rather high of a mana cost, although it got nerfed, or well, I guess you could say it got buffed with reducing the mana cost. But at the moment, we do have a possible courier snipe coming in, but considering it's an Earthshaker with no boots, the chances of him actually being able to kill the chicken is like close to 0, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if the chicken actually comes with the creep wave, then Yomo Kompaku is just going to say, no, I'm not going to tank the creep wave for a courier kill. Because I guess it's nice if you get the kill, but if you lose your hero as well, it's not that great. Oh, actually in the middle lane, Wedding Crash taking quite a bit of damage up against the Queen of Pain. Who's actually going to win this one-on-one matchup? Looks like Justin's going to finish up with the one right click, and he will survive. Oh, never mind, Fish are going to finish him off. Yomu Kompaki, best place to be. Level 1 Earthshaker, suddenly level 2.5 from that Queen of Pain snipe.
So nicely done, just getting the counter kill at least, although Templar Assassin just went for the man-up mode there. Could have, I think, possibly backed off straight away and even survived, but so close to getting a kill himself, at least Earthshaker. Cleans up. Of course, really like that Axe straight away once they saw the Queen of Pain die, went into the mid lane to soak up that little bit of XP. Now, of course, back into the jungle he goes, and does he have his Tranquil Boots coming out? Nope, not quite yet. Still needs the Ring of Regen.
Yeah, so Axe is still slowly but surely making his way towards that Blink Dagger, but obviously you want those Tranquil Boots first so that you have that infinite HP pool to work with. We have 2 smoked up supports, so on the side of Ice, and they want to go on the Templar Assassin. There is a Sentry Ward deployed in that middle lane, so if Wedding Crash gets caught, he might be in trouble. Blink forward, Body Block coming out from Justin. Can they get the kill on Wedding Crash? He might actually die. No, he will not get Justin. So that's going to be a definite kill there for Ice. They lose nobody. And again, that's going to be a second death on the Templar Assassin 4 minutes into the game. TA having a very hard time. Yumi Kompaki though, wrong place, wrong time. He might die if he's not careful. So Glimpse, yes there is. They do get him. Earth Spike, they're going to connect onto CLE. There's going to be the Vengeful Spirit trade though for the Earthshaker. So support for support. Not too bad there for Kingdom. They get something, but yeah, the TA's having a very tough time.
Yeah, and most of it is, or was at least, because of that one sentry that was down in the middle lane. It just, otherwise Templar Assassin has a really easy time disjointing those Queen of Pain Shadow Strikes. But that sentry, I think Templar Assassin has only managed to dodge one because he was slightly out of the sentry range at that point. But other than that, easy arrest, even 2 points into the Shadow Strike as well for the Queen of Pain. And I have to say, Vengeful Spirit, Clement, did not need to die there. He didn't have even enough mana for a magic missile, so he didn't really need to run that forward or... Well, bottom lane, they're gonna get the kill now. Well,
actually, never mind.
Nice.
Very close.
Looking good.
Looking good actually for Ice. Their laning stage is doing very well. They've pretty much shut down Wedding Crash at this point, so Yomu Kompaki has to babysit the Templar Assassin. Invisible Queen of Pain, they've put down a sentry ward, they're going to throw the Wave of Terror. I'm pretty sure the TA knows something's up. He's just going to back up. He won't overextend. Even though there's a solo Vengeful Spirit, he probably suspects there is support nearby. Ooh, wow. Hand of Midas on that Shadow Fiend. So, greedy, greedy, greedy Shadow Fiend. We'll see if this pays off.
Does get it pretty early on at least, so that's definitely going to be nice, but I would at least get a Magic Stick before being up against the Batrider, just to get a little bit of extra safety there. Because he did come pretty close to dying. With a Magic Stick though, could have been so easy to survive, even had the Batrider survived himself for like 2-3 seconds longer. But well, does get the Midas now, does get immediate value. It was like a 5-minute 20-second one, completed fully on. Disruptor even has a really early Urn of Shadows, and well, he's been a part of 4 kills, so if he continues at this rate, he's gonna have a lot of Urn charges to just utilize.
Yeah, when you pick up an urn this early and you've been roaming around so quickly for kills, you're going to accumulate so many urn charges that you can just use them freely for kills. You don't have to save them for your teammates or anything. So they're going to go through the tree line. They're going to scout out Fragnity. There's even going to be the Thunderstrike as well. Glimpse back into the kinetic field. There's a couple of raises, and that's going to pick off the Batrider again. So Bat, that's the 3rd time he's died in that off lane. I think it's pretty much time for him to rotate into the jungle. He realizes that he's going to be constantly picked up. He cannot just run away with the Firefly because there's always going to be the disrupted Glimpse. So I think he's going to rotate into the jungle at this point. I don't know, he just doesn't really justify himself being in that lane, but well, he's going to go back for it. He's going to try again. So I like the persistency of Fragnity. We'll see if it pays off. Gotta be careful, B-boy. He's in position.
Well, most of the times Batrider just has an easier time in the jungle anyway, or at least farms out the blink a hell of a lot faster than from the lane. Although, well, he's gonna get another kinetic field to stop his Firefly, although B-boy too low on mana for a glimpse. So they're gonna give up the attempt for the kill, and in the meantime, Kingdom, they have gotten a tier 1 already, pressuring the tier 2 as it is. Healing Ward does just expire, but they even have Earthshaker close by, so if anybody rotates to defend this tier 2, probably gonna get like Fisher Omni Slashed.
Yeah, I'm surprised Kingdom's not actually going to defend their top T2 tower. It's very early, 7 minutes for them to actually drop that. And Wedding Crash is actually going to rotate into the bottom lane. Now, there is no vision on the side of Ice for this rotation, so they're not going to actually be aware that Wedding Crash is here unless B-Boy just sits on the cusp of that you could say the edge of the cliff just to scout him out, but Wedding Crash is just going to go back. I think they're just going to give up the tower at this point. No one really wants a TP back.
Well, Wedding Crash now is in the mid lane, back into it at least. Goes for a melt, but melt still level 1, so isn't all that threatening to chase in at this point. Although, rotation's coming in, they get the Fissure, they need the Hex, and they land it, so finally they're gonna get the kill on the Queen of Pain there as well. Queen of Pain though, no massive killing spree on her head or anything, but even then, just some nice XP to support. Lion now is level 6, has the Finger of Death ready, plus, wow, hit fruits, what? Up to 1.9k gold? That's gonna be like a 9-10 minute blink for him.
Oh yeah, definitely. So,
Clement in the meantime gets chased down by Drainage. Blade Fury didn't manage to get the kill thanks to a magic stick, and now Angsvi is going to get Omnislashed. Oh god, they're going to get screwed big time here.
oh,
And down they go.
1-for-1, Juggernaut actually managing to get the EXP bounty, whereas Shadow Fiend, he gets the gold bounty, but in all honesty, I feel like the Juggernaut got the better end of the stick. Yes, he died, but he got the EXP, he got some gold. I think he's happy with what he had. He knew he was going to die anyway, I think. Couchor? My partner's left me! Alright, I'm going to continue on with the solo cast while Couchor,
It's fine, I'm back now.
Oh, you're there?
Yes, it's... Had to answer and... phone fast, but... It's fine. Unprofessional, but it's fine. Kinetic Field mid lane though. Wedding Crash does get caught in the vision of the tower as well. Meld already used. Should go down with the Berserker's Fall helping out. Finger of Death was used, but not securing the kill on B-Boy. So, 2 easy kills for the Templar Assassin, just going a little bit too far up ahead.
Yeah, he literally got caught in the middle of the kinetic field, so no matter what direction that the Templar Assassin just tried to move, he just got stuck. So unfortunately for him, that's pretty much where his grave was going to be. He does die there. And we are going to have a very quick push coming up from Ice. Now, are we going to see Kingdom TP to defend this the middle T1 tower? Your T1 tower in the middle lane is extremely valuable. It gives you a lot of map control, a lot of presence, especially with the fact that you can TP to it, but they're going to give it away. Unfortunately, they couldn't really make a defense. Axe all of a sudden has a blink dagger. So we are going to start seeing this jumping, spinning Axe trying to go for some of these really nice spins into culling blades. I'm very worried about some of the supports on Kingdom.
I would be as well, although then again, Kingdom, if they get the blink on Lion, I would be a little bit worried for anybody on Ice. Apart from the Axe, they're not all that durable, and even the Axe, before he gets like a Vanguard or whatever tanky item to follow, he's not that hard to bring down, at least when you have the Finger of Death or a maxed out Meld, for example. But Finger of Death, a pretty long cooldown, 160 seconds. Drainage though, coming in with Yomo, has the Omnislash just coming off cooldown now. But then again, Ice, they are rather grouped up, so if Kingdom want to come for the aggression, they're gonna find a couple of heroes waiting for them.
Yeah, we'll see if they want to go for it. I think they do though. Drainage going into the middle section of Ice's territory. Gotta be very careful. He has to go for a quick kill and leave. Oh my goodness. Ice, they had vision. They're gonna go right after Drainage. No way for him to really do anything, and he's gonna be chopped down to bits. So unfortunately, Juggernaut already down and out for the count, and Wedding Crash gonna be glimpsed back under the enemy tower. So no way for him to actually hide in invisibility if he wants to, and that's gonna be a very dead Templar Assassin. Kingdom caught off guard with their rotation, and they wanted to go for kills, and unfortunately, they're getting killed. Lion dying in the tree line. Yomu gonna TP out. No way for him to escape if he doesn't, and bit of a funny raise there from Shadow Fiend. Probably a celebratory raise.
This is just because I can. Sometimes you got to show them who's boss. It's like, I'm not afraid to randomly use my mana. I'm a little bit just wonky. I'm a little bit... Or my screws are just loose in my head. Don't mess with me. I don't know. But Ice, ever since they got the blink on Axe, I mean, it's not like they've initiated that many times with the blink, but just the threat level, and he even solo smokes now to go for the Battle Rat, who is so slow. Blink Berserker's Call, Dunk will come out to secure the kill. He's up to 1.1k gold already.
And he only picked up that Blink Dagger, what, 1 to 2 minutes ago? And he hasn't really been predominantly farming. He's been roaming around, he's been getting kills with his team, so all of a sudden
had enough
JJT...
gold for the Blink before he died.
Oh no. Maybe being a little bit too greedy. That last creep always kills. That last creep. You get too greedy, you say, okay, just one more creep and I'm done. Drainage though, gonna find Ensui, and that's a very dead Shadow Fiend. Just a Hand of Midas. Nothing to really help him get out of that. He was building towards Yule Scepter, but unfortunately wasn't able to finish it in time, so that's going to be delayed a little bit.
So Juggernaut, he is number 2 in network now. They just killed the number 1 target. Although mid lane, oh, Wedding Crash in the Static Storm. Already gotten rid of that refraction. They even popped the Queen of Pain's Sonic Wave, and oh, Fruits, Blink, Finger of Death secures the counter kill. So all in all, Ice lose 2 of their cores. Although Yomo, is he safe here? I don't think anybody knows he's around.
I don't think he does, actually. Oh, yeah, we're gonna go for the Echo Slam. He wants the Vengeful Spirit kill. There's the urn to try and keep his teammate alive, but unfortunately that's gonna be a very dead Vengeful Spirit. Now there's a blink forward by Fruit. It's gonna throw the Hex onto B-Boy, then they're gonna pop the lasso just to get that kill. Oh, there's a blink forward coming out from JDT though. The 2 supports as well as the Juggernaut. That's only 1 support, never mind. So that's going to be the end of Jug as well as Fruit on that Lion. So great counterplays there from Ice. They were about to lose their Disruptor and all of a sudden the blink forward by the Axe able to save his teammate.
Man, Ice looking so solid. For a second, well, they overextended themselves as well, just losing a couple of heroes, but still being able to retaliate afterwards, and that was even a Shadow Fiend coming straight to the fight even though he had like 18 souls at the time. So didn't even care. I mean, early on, especially when you don't have a Evil Scepter, going for a proper Requiem of Souls is highly unlikely anyway. So he just joined the fight. You can definitely help out with Shadow Races enough for just a few attacks. Now though, JJT has the Vanguard finished, getting a hell of a lot tankier than he was before. Not gonna get soloed by an Omni Slash anymore. Level 2 Omni Slash though, still gonna be pretty strong, but Axe should be able to tank it up. And just another Queen of Pain in the meantime. Trying to go for the Orchid, but isn't gonna be the fastest one. Neither is it gonna be the slowest one, probably. Unless she just continuously keeps dying now or something.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter on the timing, I suppose. If you look at Kingdom's lineup, they've got a lot of heroes that will be very vulnerable to a Queen of Pain once she has the Orchid. So even though it could be 18 minutes, I suppose, it's still not a bad timing for Justin. Although we are going to have the smoke from Ice, and they want to go for a kill. I think if they're lucky, they might get Drainage. There's no Ancients, luckily, for Drainage, so he's not going to go there. Oh, never mind, they're going to go for Roshan. Never mind. They're going to go right after the big boy, and this is going to be very quick. Oh, Drainage. He scouts that with the Wave of Terror. The rest of the team, I think they're going to give it away. Oh, DC. DC.
Oh, so that Wave of Terror, I was just thinking about that it may reveal their Roshan attempt there. So in such a situation, you would always want to Wave of Terror in a direction. Well, then again, there might be wards to the left side. So I suppose like down towards the bottom lane is the best angle to possibly
Maybe something like that.
Yeah, possibly something around those lines, because it's least likely to get ward vision by the dire side around that. But then again, it's going down so fast that it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, and that was only 1 point into the presence of the Dark Lord, and actually Drainage might be in trouble. Spin will last long enough to actually keep him alive, and he will just go for the Spin TP. So at least he does survive. Kingdom, they don't lose their core Juggernaut. He's died 3 times, unfortunately.
Could it have been Drainage thinking that it's just Vengeful Spirit trying to ward or counter ward the hill there with that kind of vision?
Actually, that could be the case as well, because you see a lot of Vengeful Spirits just throwing out the Wave of Terror just to check in case the enemy is doing Roshan. Because obviously he's going to be up at this point in the game because no one's taken him before. So maybe just thinking it's a scouting Rosh. Or I think in another case, maybe they're trying to use the space to farm. Because they are a little behind. I don't really think they could really fight in the Rosh pit if they really wanted to. Just because they're going up against an Axe. They've got a Queen of Pain who can just blink out. Like, if you look at Kingdom's draft, they don't really have anything like a Tidehunter Ravage or an RP or even a Disruptor's static field to really just throw in the pit to keep everyone in place. They've only got those single target disables. Maybe if Fruit somehow gets a miraculous 5-man Earth Spike, but that's very unlikely.
You might also have just been knowing exactly the amount of minus armor Ice have and how fast they can take Roshan. It's like, yeah, we're not gonna make it there anyway, so let's just try to get the advantage elsewhere, get some XP going, get some farm. But now Ice, having that Aegis, feeling confident, going for the tier 2 mid lane. Engsv though, even goes for a blink now, so although he went for the Midas, still goes for just kind of the mobility builds. So damage output wise, unless you get a massive Requiem or hit all those Shadow Races, you're not gonna be as scary at this point.
I can't help but feel like the Blink Dagger is just so he can go for solo pickups if he finds a very lonely Yomu Kompaku, or maybe I think it's just Yomu Kompaku really. Just go for the Yules into Requiem of Souls, instant kill on those really squishy heroes. Even the Bat Rider is going to be very prone to getting picked off like that. Even though he has a Yule Scepter, as long as you proc the Requiem of Souls during the right timing, it would kill him. But actually, this might be a very awkward engagement for Ice. A lot of heroes drop low. Finger of Death, Queen of Pain is dead. Disruptor's Static Field is going to be thrown out, but not going to really kill anyone. Now that's going to be the Aegis already eliminated by Wedding Crash, so this is the second chance by Ainswie. Berserker's Call gonna miss though, coming from the Axe. Nice vision to block out the 3 heroes on the side of Ice. There was a buyback on the Lion, and they're gonna continue on chasing. Now Blink Daggers are coming off cooldown. They will not get those heroes, but they might get CLE. They are gonna get the Venge. They get 3 kills plus an Aegis.
Extremely sloppy fight from Ice, to be honest. They did get, they found Drainage, I should say, but they didn't get the Berserker's Call. Omni Slash was used beforehand. And then he Berserker's Call mid Omni Slash anyway. Maybe he thought it's a level 1 Omni Slash, so had like only a couple of bounces, but just misplaced. Second Berserker's Call completely off target as well there. But they are ready for another Blink Berserker's Call. Not catching anybody, just the creeps, I believe. Well, never mind, Wedding Crash was involved, but they have the Vanguard finished. Echo Slam not doing anything at all almost to the Axe. So they get the 1 kill. Juggernaut did manage to run away for now. One more attack is all they need. But now the Healing Ward comes out, and Drainage, is he really going to be able to outrun Justin here?
Oh, Drainage, he just gets caught. Actually, never mind, gonna man fight him. Justin gonna blink in a very awkward position, but I think they get Drainage anyway. Couple of right clicks, glimpse back into his little corner, and that's gonna be the end of that Juggernaut. It looks like it was. I thought it was gonna try and just go for the really cute tree juke, where you just get the zero vision positioning in the tree line, but I kind of felt like the Healing Ward gave him away.
Yeah, he should have just let the Healing Ward like keep on going or something like that. Then again, Axe would have come in, so it was really hard for him to do anything, but at least he tried, and he almost did get the Queen of Pain in return. Queen of Pain just turned around for like one additional attack and got crit once. What survival? 40 something HP. So Juggernaut gets killed, cannot just continue his great farming pace. And Ainswie, well, he has another 2.3k gold in the bank. This Hand of Midas has paid off quite a bit in terms of his net worth, as we can see, 3k above the Juggernaut.
Yeah, Jug very much struggling. He's gone for Sand and Yasha as one of his core items for the game. So he realizes that he needs some sort of survivability item that's going to be useful for fights as well. So I don't mind the pickup. He's still pretty squishy. He is vulnerable. There is pure damage coming up from Queen of Pain, so there is a lot of nukage on the side of Ice. But Kingdom, they want to make a defense on this tower. They have to be careful. JJT is sitting in the back lines. Ainswie and B-Boy as well as JJT are just going to start whacking down on the tower. And, there was a weird blink by Ainswie, actually.
Kind of really wanted to disjoint one of the attacks.
Oh, okay.
Well, I thought for a second, like, what? Was it a graphical glitch or something? But no, what a really small blink just to disjoint one of the attacks of the tower there. Kind of the aggro on it, but they're gonna get the tier 2 down, or are they? Fisher comes out, but there's no Blink Echo Slam because he used it beforehand. So gonna be another easy tier 2 going down.
Yeah, so that's another tower down for Kingdom. They've only got one T2 left. Sorry, they've got one T2 and one T3, and it is their safe lane, which I'm surprised actually hasn't been taken down yet. A lot of the teams, they like to get rid of the safe lane just so that they can deny the farms any sort of carrying drainage. So he was in a trap. He's already going to be blown up by the Axe as well as Ainswie and Batrider in the tree line. I think he still wants to go for a lasso, but there's no real follow-up damage aside from the Templar Assassin. And where is she? Oh my goodness. They actually go for the jump. They do get the Vengeful Spirit kill. They do get this. Oh my goodness, they get the Shadow Fiend as well. B-Boy, he's going to have to run away. JJT, he is going to have his TP cancelled out by the Earthshaker, and that's going to be the lasso as well. What seemed to be an awkward fight for Kingdom, suddenly going to go in their favor. Nice play there from the Dire side, managing to secure some really important kills.
Never go chasing a Batrider at the edge of the map. That's the moral of the story here, because if they just backed off after the Juggernaut, all would have been fine. But they knew the Batrider is close by, yet they didn't have the blink of cooldown for Axe to just really get the jump on the Bat. So they got baited into things, kind of got split out, and they definitely cannot underestimate the power of the Templar Assassin. Yes, she has no damaging items to speak of, but with just extra damage from Refraction, extra damage from the Meld and the minus armor of course, you can still just kill people rather easily. And Shadow Fiend, Yule's Blink, Hand of Midas, all he has to just kind of strengthen yourself up are the power treads and the Ring of Aquila, and that's just nothing, man. You're sitting on free armor after the meld.
Yeah, and then you also have to go up against the Lion's Finger of Death, which Fruits has been trying to focus down the Shadow Fiend. So I like the plays coming out from the Lion just to really shut down the Shadow Fiend as much as possible. He realizes, hey, he's still squishy. He's only sitting at, what, less than 1k HP? So he is still a very vulnerable target if he gets caught. And unfortunately for Angsy, he did get picked up. Disruptor and Queen of Pain, though, gonna go down to Drainage. What happened there?
I was just too shocked to speak, to be honest. Because that was just crazy. And now Clement comes in with one magic missile, but Drainage not gonna get the counter kill. Or, oh god, long range Fisher from Earthshaker. Ice, I think the process, what they're doing at the moment is called throwing. But
Called C22.
Drainage was using the Blade Fury. Ice with Queen of Pain and Disruptor, they were waiting on the other side of the trees for the Blade Fury to end, just to get the Orchid going. So they Orchided him, but Kinetic Field came out a little bit late. He ran out of the Kinetic Field, but Sonic Wave was thrown out anyway, so that missed completely. Then the Glimpse came and he was in the Static Storm, so he still caught for a little while, but Queen of Pain pretty much jumping in the gun with the ultimate, and that was exactly the damage that they needed to secure the kill.
If you take a look at the graph, there is a major dip in EXP. So Ice, they were leading at what peaked to around, you could say, 5.5k EXP. So they were at a high at some point in the game, and unfortunately they lost a couple of crucial heroes. All of a sudden it's in Kingdom's favor, so they have managed to catch up in terms of EXP. Gold-wise, it is still in favor of Ice, but they are losing gold rapidly. And if they keep losing heroes like this, all of a sudden we're going to be at an equilibrium in net worth and potentially in favor of Kingdom. And you do not want that, especially when you're running the kind of draft that Ice is. You want to stay ahead, you want to finish the game early, or you want to shut down those heroes and prevent them from getting those items. And blink forward, oh, that was very close. Fragnity almost getting the Queen of Pain. There was Vision though, I think. Was that Vision, or was it just a very, very lucky blink from Queen of Pain?
I think it was just lucky, or maybe he had a little glimpse of the fire after having killed that big camp. But I think it was just lucky. Now though, speaking of lucky, Wedding Crash found himself with double damage just when Roshan was up. So this time around it's Aegis to Kingdom Wedding Crash with the BKB and the Aegis there as a Temper Assassin. Ice may have just missed their biggest opportunity window, just going a little bit too deep, although JGT still hunting for something. But by the position they're at, they're not gonna find anything.
Yeah. This is going to be a very hard game for Ice. They were doing so well during the early game, and Kingdom getting a couple of clutch kills, and all of a sudden they're back in the game. So we have a smoke from Kingdom. Is there going to be a defense from Ice? I feel like they're just going to give up this tower. They're probably aware that there is backup for Wedding Crash. Templar Assassin would not just be here by herself, even though she has a BKB and Aegis. Drainage is going to show himself. The two supports and the Batrider are going to hide behind the carries, but Ice, they're not going to take the bait. They're just going to pretty much stay up top, and I think they want to take their own T2 tower. We just saw the Eye of Skadi completed on Shadow Fiend. So finally, Angsby sitting at 1.7k HP, very tanky, but we are going to have the high ground push from Kingdom. This might be a pretty big fight in a moment. Wave of Terror thrown up by Clem. Who's going to actually start this fight? Lots of Blink Daggers ready. I believe JJT wants to try and jump on Wedding Crash, but there is an Aegis and a BKB.
Yeah, at the moment the Healing Ward just keeping Wedding Crash alive, kind of being like a siege machine there, but JGT still wants to hunt them down. Nope. No blinking, just wanted to get that battle hunger going.
Yeah, I think Kingdom's, they're just going to back up now. They realize that everyone from Ice is there, and they say, this is a high ground push. It's a very hard push. We don't have to risk our advantage that we suddenly have claimed. We're just going to back up, finish up those next big items, and hopefully from there, claim control of the game. So I like the safe place for them. Ice, though, I feel like they need a couple of smoke ganks to just get some really big pickoffs and go for a big push. There is one tower left for Kingdom, so once they get rid of that tower, then it's going to leave all the T3s exposed. So if Ice win another big team fight, it's pretty much any lane for them to try and go for a push. But they don't really have the best high ground pushing heroes, I guess.
They're really reliant on just getting pickoffs first and then getting objectives after. And those pickoffs, they can't just be supports, they have to be core heroes, or though, then again, even an Earthshaker for a high ground defense is gonna be pretty epic for Kingdom. Just blink Echo Slam. Even they have a gem now on themselves as well. And you said they need smoke ganks. They don't have another smoke in the shop for another 8 minutes. Oh, mid lane though, they get Wedding Crash, so that's gonna be the Aegis at least, but can they even kill him twice?
There's gonna be the chop now. BKB is available. They lose their Queen of Pain though, so that's gonna be a lot of the damage output on the side of Ice gone, but they're gonna go for the lasso onto JJT. Now this is an axe with the blade mail, but it doesn't really matter though. He's taking a lot of damage, and well, that's gonna be the axe down. Ice, they're gonna make an escape at this point. They just can't fight. They're gonna lose their Vengeful Spirit. There was a bit of a funny force staff, but they do get the kill anyway, so Vengeful Spirit's down. The rest of the heroes are trying to make an escape. B-Boy, his TP's cancelled by Yomu Kovaku, and they're even going to commit a Omni Slash as well. Bit of overkill, but there's no buyback on these heroes. I think they're going to lose their set of Raxes. Oh, actually, never mind. There's a T2 tower in the way.
They still might lose Raxes, to be honest, although then again, not too many ultimates were used. The Static Storm Kinetic Field combination though completely whiffed, didn't catch anybody at all. So it just goes to show that Ice, if they don't get like a perfect initiation, they aren't all that strong in a fight all of a sudden. They were also rather split up, and Queen of Pain didn't want to pop the Sonic Wave on like a single target or anything. Whereas Kingdom, they can rather freely just throw out the ultimates to completely assassinate a couple of heroes.
Yeah. Oh, this is a very tough game. Fruits there. I think he's going to be the casualty. I'm going to throw Wave of Terror. Sorry, that's not a Wave of Terror. That's a Sonic Wave. On Fruits. Oh, blinks out! Lion gets out! Wait, where is he? Oh no, he's at a weird spot. He's on a ledge right next to the wall. Fruits. Oh, poor guy.
So I believe we're at the point that where you may have another cast to join, or...
Yes, I am probably going to have to move to that cast. So guys, I hope you enjoyed Couchor. He's an amazing caster. He'll be covering this series. I was originally going to do the European series, so I'm going to go. Good luck, Couchor. I believe. I believe
too, yes. So if you want to just continue listening to Danny, you can join HeflaTV 1 when they're going to have Vega Squadron versus Flipside. Flipside, of course, is the team with Baby Knight and co. So if you want to see some European Dota, check out HeflaTV 1. But at this point, for this game, Shadowfiend's still number 1 in net worth, but as we have seen for the past couple of engagements, just not that scary at all in all fairness. So it's a little bit saddening to see that the Shadowfiend, although has such great farm, really not having as high of an impact, and him kind of being like a solo core is definitely going to hurt them in the long run here as well. Queen of Pain is getting close to a BKB, but that BKB, yes, it's going to be nice against the Lion, against the Earthshaker. Temper Assassin though, still huge amounts of physical damage to come out. Juggernaut, the exact same, and Lasso can still lock you down. And what do we have here? Drainage, wielding that Aghanim Scepter now, going for those extra bounces as well. Those Omni Slashes, I mean, if they just kill the Shadow Fiend and the Queen of Pain as well, or I suppose even like just pure Shadow Fiend kill may already suffice. What is Ice to do? I mean, if you look at the graphs, they used to have almost a 6k net worth lead. Suddenly it's 6, nearing the 7k mark for Kingdom instead. XP, almost the same story as far as the advantage that Ice had, but almost a 10k lead now for Kingdom. So I think Kingdom for this game, unless they really make some mammoth mistakes now, they should kind of have this in the bag. We'll see though, can they get the jump? Engsby is a little bit far up to 3.6k gold, so he definitely has buyback. As for the other heroes, nobody on the Radiant side apart from the Shadowfiend has buyback. So things, by no means are they going to be easy now for Ice to defend this. What's the Roshan timer though? Not up for at least another minute and a half. Oh, do we get the jump? No, we don't. B-Boy not gonna get gone upon our Drainage. Possibly thought like a Blink Omni Slash, but using an Omni Slash just to kill a Disruptor may just be absolute overkill. Just using the Omni Slash to secure the kill on the Shadow Fiend or Queen of Pain is just that much more valuable. Even the Axe, although has a reasonable amount of armor with that Blade Mail, Crimson Guard helping out somewhat as well against just regular right clicks and everything. It's decent-ish. He's reasonably tanky, but everybody else, I suppose Shadowfiend can also survive now with his BKB finished on top of what he already had. So he just needs to avoid getting lassoed. That's what the Shadowfiend needs now. So we get a jump in, they're waiting for it, they're looking for the correct angles. Wedding Crash now, gonna be up in the front lines. Firefly, oh, the blink comes in, nice! Sonic Waves all lands on 2 at the point, I believe. Wedding Crash, he's gonna go down, no, he's still alive, JJT, he's the one to fall. Blink, Echo Slam, with the lasso on Eng, so he still didn't get off the BKB, and now BKB won't do anything at all. Requiem of Souls brings Wedding Crash low. They get that one kill, but it's just not gonna be enough. I think Drainage still alive. Omni Slash was already used, of course, but such a low cooldown thanks to the Aghanim's. And that is 4 heroes down. Queen of Pain did manage to somehow blink away to safety, but that was just no good. They're gonna lose the Rax here as well, and well, what can I say? Easy pickings for Kingdom. Yes, losing a couple of heroes, but considering how low the temper assassin dropped from that initiation, it was still all fine for them. So here we have it. First Rax going down, quite possibly the second one to fall as well soon enough. And Queen of Pain trying to do anything he can. Battler does get slowed down by the Shadow Strike, but I don't think they can just save the Rax. Queen of Pain does have buyback, but nobody else has that luxury. And Engsby just way too, I don't know, overconfident with his BKB in the inventory. Just didn't want to use it too early to kind of waste it, but Drainage now blinks away, glimpse back. Can they get the kill? Nope. Blade Fury should allow him to get to safety. They will catch Yomo Kompaku though, so they're gonna get that one kill. He gets dunked, and Gem also picked up from that. But what? Even a Lion has a blink now. Not a blink, what I'm saying. He had a blink ages ago. He has a BKB now. Battler gets his own as well, so Glimpse is gonna be way less of an issue. And whoa, Fragnity. Look at his positioning, just purchases wards, places them in the enemy base. But there is a Desolator now for TA. As things slow down a little bit, we can, hopefully, we'll see. Testing it for the first time, guys. Maybe check kind of a replay of the last fight. Here goes nothing. Ha! Yes! Sonic Wave, did it only... Oh, it only hit one. The secondary guy got the blink out before the damage hit. So, not too bad at all. Here we have the lasso coming out, and oh, Wedding Crash, he just survived for way too long. I think the Death Requiem also went into that refraction charge, quite possibly, but just well fought by Kingdom now. And Roshan did get a rather short respawn, and back to the normal game we go now, because the fight was over on the replay. Yes, guys, I did it! Whether I'm gonna get it for the next fight as well, we'll see. But Roshan going down extremely fast with that newly acquired Desolator for Wedding Crash, of course. So 5.1k now on Drainage. TA wielding that Aegis. They have a cheese as well on Drainage now. So they need to bring down Temper Assassin twice, Juggernaut twice, more or less. So unless you can lock down a Juggernaut with him unable to just use the cheese. If they had an Aghanim Scepter on B-Boy, maybe they could do it. Otherwise, likely not to happen. But look at this, they are smoked up. Are we gonna get a lasso to come? Oh, they're going for it. Yes, they get the blink, but no lasso. Oh, no lasso suddenly. Is Fragnity in trouble? Drainage comes in, blink, Echo Slams lands on a couple of heroes. They get the lasso, Finger of Death as well. Nice swap onto Engsby, he's still alive. But can he do anything at all? Nope, just the two supports to lose their lives. But Drax are gonna go down. Fragnity, lasso on cooldown, of course. What the hell is this? That was a weird interaction, but Sonic Wave, oh, with the Scream of Pain, they get the kill. So not that bad at all, not that bad, but Yule Scepter on a creep, not the intended target, I believe. Engsby gets stunned, gets hexed as well. Wedding Crash, does he have enough physical damage? Blink, Berserker's Call comes out. Fruits, he's gonna go down, but Wedding Crash still going, still has the Aegis to keep him alive. Drainage now, Omni Slash on cooldown, he's not gonna hang around for too long. They are already thinking about backing off, or are they? Yep, Blink Enchant Totem does miss. I think Kingdom should be able to easily escape now, because Disruptor is not there with the Glimpse, or can they? Justin thinking about giving chase, has the BKB ready, but Wedding Crash pre-meld. Now, oh, meld hit into Justin! It was a bait! All a bait to just get those easy kills going. Wedding Crash, does he really want to keep on going? No, that they should back off now. There's no merit into fighting, but Wedding Crash going for the same maneuver again. Wow. Is it gonna work out? I don't think so, yeah. Ice, they're backing off now as well. They have to just de-push that mid lane now. But I'm not even gonna show the replay how the last fight started, because, well, wasn't all that much happening there. Just a couple of support kills, that's it. But Kingdom, they are looking so damn comfortable this game in Shadowfiend. Still farmed, but damage output wise, first of all, it's not like his attacks don't hurt. It's just more of the fact that he can't attack properly without having to just, like, he can't stand his ground. That's the easiest way to put it. He just can't. Juggernaut, especially now with that Abyssal Blade being finished up, he's just gonna eat a Shadowfiend alive. With those crits, with the lifesteal. Of course, Mask of Man has extra movements and attack speed. And Juggernaut now, he has a double damage rune as well. Look at those just Ancients falling. And nothing to be done about that one. Whereas item progression, Ice, do we even have anything that could break the game? Oh, Drainage, wanted to blink forward, maybe even Abyssal Blade, but couldn't quite get it before the Axe blinked out. But we're gonna have a defense, and well, Kingdom, they're gonna have to defend for dear life. Fragnity, they get vision of him. Can they get the jump on him as well? Oh, they get the swap back, but he gets the BKB and the Force Staff. He's fine. They're still gonna continue. Not the Echo Slam, but the Omni Slash B-Boy. Abyssal Bladed as well during the Omni Slash, which is absolutely ridiculous of an animation. But Engsby gets the BKB off. They're gonna kill Fruits, but only one hero each. There's the lasso though, Fragnity. There's no follow-up. Drainage trying to fight JJT, but the Berserker's Call with the Blade Mail did so much work there. Nice Echo Slam and that Fissure holding them in place, but they get the Yule Scepter. Can they get Yomo somehow? Blink forward from Chesty, but he gets bashed! Drainage the Bash Lord, but they still lose more heroes. Berserker's Call onto 2. Death, oh no, not the Death Requiem, just a normal Requiem of Souls. 8. Oh no, jeez, keeps Wedding Crash alive. They're gonna keep on going, but Wedding Crash is gonna lose his life, Chestin. They are actually gonna win the fight. They are completely gonna team wipe the side of Kingdom there. That was some good stuff, no doubt. No doubt in that one. So they win the fight. Initiation was a little bit sloppy, quite possibly from both sides. And I really like that the Disruptor went this way with the Omni Slash, made it so that it won't bounce to anybody else. And well, we can even have a quick look at how it all started. So as we see, Battle Rider got the Force Staff out first. And then suddenly re-initiation. Omni Slash didn't do much of anything. Abyssal Blade did keep him in place, but Omni Slash value was really close to 0. All it managed is just an activation of the Ghost Scepter, and you had to use the Abyssal Blade there as well now. The lasso from the Battle Rider, but the Fissure with the Echo Slam as well, doing quite a bit of counter damage, but in the end, Ice, still, they managed to defend. They get the entire team wipe. Chestin, well, he went a little bit too deep, got bashed, and well, after that, not too hard to bring down a Queen of Pain, who isn't all that fun. But we're gonna see the last kill. Requiem of Souls was there. And well, here we go, back to the normal game. Nothing has happened, of course. And Roshan gonna respawn in about 4 minutes. Wow, that's gonna be a rather fast one. At the 9-minute mark altogether from the moment that Roshan died. So 31 to 33 is the kill score now. But if we look at the graphs, it is about a 15,000 net per fleet. XP though has dropped down to 8. So Ice, if they can keep on defending like this, they have a chance. But the problem is 2 lanes will continuously be pushing in for them. So they really need like boots of travels to be able to deal with things also. And as such, no idea if they're actually gonna be able to hold on, man. Yes, they may be able to defend their racks a couple of more times. Do they have the glyph? They will have it in a couple of seconds only. 1 second, and yes, glyph of fortification, quite up for them now. So Ice, they can hold on, but is that the only thing they're going to be able to do? That is the big question now. Just because being able to win a fight is one thing, being able to push out and actually threaten the enemy base is a whole different matter. Quick look at the buybacks. It is there for the Shadow Fiend and the Axe, so that's quite important. Justin, I do believe, wants to go for a Hex, or I suppose even a Lincoln Sphere wouldn't be all that bad. Now AC finished up on the Shadow Fiend as well, so that's going to be a hell of a lot of extra survivability for XV there. Suddenly Meld isn't all that threatening, and of course you yourself and the team will do more damage, but are we going to get another initiation of sorts now? Oh, we are. They're both smoked up. Smoke breaks of one. Are we going to get the jump in? Yes, lasso not coming out. Yes, now they get it, but the swap base there and Fragmented not going to get much done. Sonic Wave won't do anything at all to the Refraction. Wedding Crash, now the stuns follow. The Echo Slam lands on 3. You kidding me, right? Double Earth Spike as well from Fruits. This might be it. Finger of Death brings down one. Engsby still alive, but not for too long. Buyback has to use it now. Axe gets his own as well. Justin blinks out, doesn't get completely bashed to death, but Rax under some siege in the meantime. Temper Assassin for some reason trying to just chase down an Axe. Just go for the Rax, guys. Glyph is still up. Wedding Crash, he's gonna get slowed down now. Blink forward, Shadow Strike, Meld hit doesn't do anything. There's the Berserker's Call. They're still gonna keep on going. Justin is gonna get bashed, but the Fissure is on the wrong side for them. Wedding Crash, can they dunk him? Oh, dunk failed. But they get the kill. They save the Rax for now. GGT. Blink, Berserker's Call, waiting for it. He gets it on Drainage, but is he gonna go down? No Blade Mail. Where's the follow-up? One Shadow Race. It's not gonna be enough. Life steal on Drainage. Now he's gonna get slowed down. Yomo Fissure will buy time, but the Battle Hunger will prevent that Blink Dagger from doing much of anything. Now Blink, Berserker's Call, and they're gonna secure the kill. Again, they defend somehow. And now blink away from Yomo to just make the escape. Rex didn't even suffer all that much damage. I have to say, no idea what the Temper Assassin was chasing there. Maybe wanted to zone out the X, but in the end, not all that helpful. But then again, Kingdom, they started the fight nicely. It was just the fact that Ice, they had buybacks. They had buybacks. That fight though, the way it started, Lasso came out onto Angsby, preventing a hell of a lot of damage coming out at the start. Then again, Wedding Crash was also kind of gimped, and oh, we can take a quick look at it. So they smoked in, smoke broke on both sides. They had to react as fast as they possibly could. So we had the Static Storm, didn't accomplish that much because the BKB was pre-activated, or never mind, he can activate the BKB because there's no Aghanim Scepter, my bad. For some reason I thought he might have the Aghanims. But the fight just keeps on going, Justin staying on the backlines as much as she can, just to, first of all, have the blink off cooldown. Just because if you get bashed once, that should not be your death unless both the TA and the Juggernaut focus on you. So Temper Assassin, as we just saw, being on the sidelines, not focusing on the racks, so didn't get all that much accomplished. But back to the normal game, because we might have another jump. Roshan is just about to spawn now. Oh, Ice, are they really gonna back off from this? Shiva's card in the meantime, picked up now on the axe there. And Invisible Blue, if you're wondering what happened to Danelie, then she originally was, well, planned to cast Veiga versus Flipside, which is what she's doing now in HeflaTV 1, but Roshan, it's being attempted minus armor, lands on Earthshaker, disabling the blink for a little while, but Roshan, I don't think it's going to be fast enough. At least, well, there is a 4-step, so Yomo, 4-step forward, oh, blink, they get the Aegis, immediate Dual Scepter Fruits, nice, Earth Spike, lands on 3, oh no, Sonic Wave to follow. They are still going to keep on going. They had the lasso on Angsby as well, V-Boy still alive, Omni Slash still doing damage, and well, he's going to come out of it. He's going to get Clement down, or is he Requiem Souls, reducing their damage output. JGT gets the Berserker Skull onto drainage. No, Dunk a little bit too early, so doesn't get the refreshed cooldown. But Wedding Crash is not going to be able to fight this. Ice, they actually do it somehow. They manage to hold on, get the Aegis chest, and yes, they lost the Aegis, but that is exactly what Aegis is there for anyway. Good stuff coming out right there. I forgot to just put the instant recording on at the right time, because it's kind of a reactive thing. You have to predict when the fight is going to happen, and I was just a little bit too absorbed in things, but what a fight nonetheless. I'm gonna see what we got out anyway. But they are pushing now, they're gonna get another tier 2 down, and in the meantime, we do see the Roshan Omni Slash bounce through. B-Boy tried to do the same trick once again, pop the Ghost Scepter, tried to run away from the others, but the Omni Slash bounced back anyway. But Clement stayed alive for quite a bit of time, and I think quite a lot of it has to be attributed to that Crimson Guard pickup on the axe, really blocking the attack damage, and maybe Juggernaut not critting immediately either with the Blade Dance. So what? Okay, somebody had to go to the toilet. No problems. I suppose it hasn't been the shortest of games, but Ice, have they really turned this game around now? They are still 2 racks behind, so I guess turning it around would be an overstatement for now. And Kingdom, they do have buybacks, so Ice, without their ultimates, being able to just pressure high ground, it's not gonna be easy by any means. And if Ice now kind of lose their own lives while trying to pressure high ground, it might be counter GG time, because Axe, buyback on cooldown for 3.5 minutes, same story for the Shadow Fiend. But go has been given now, both teams are ready to rumble once again. But this game, it's been a hell of a lot closer than I really thought it would be. But Angsby, 3.3k in the bank now for the Shadow Fiend. Justin, 4.8k on her. That's gonna be either Lincoln Sphere or easy Lincoln Sphere money that is, maybe even get the Hex. Both of them definitely kind of good pickups. I'd possibly favor the Hex over the Lincolns, because Lincolns like great against Lasso, good against Blink Hex, but for the most part, well, you have the BKB anyway to deal with the Hex and everything. It's still on the 6-second one, so not even the minimum duration yet. And just the Hex, being able to Hex the Juggernaut or the Temper Assassin, just mitigate a hell of a lot of damage output, is probably going to be the best course of action. So Hex finished up now. Still 1.4k after that in the bank. Not quite enough to have buyback though. If they get like 1 kill in the fight or a couple of creeps beforehand, it's quite likely gonna be enough. But Drainage picks himself up a Manta style now. Temper Assassin has had it for quite some time, but with the Manta style, he can get rid of that Orchid if need be, and of course the Omni Slash creating a little bit of extra confusion in the fights quite possibly. And not only that, it is a lot of damage output as well if the illusions get uptime. But Jesse now running around with the gem. Oh, he's gonna get caught, gets Abyssal Bladed and Omni Slash as well. Can at least get the counter kill. Angry tried to come in, but most of the bounces went into the Queen of Pain anyway. Now they use the Yule Scepter, no Requiem. Or he's trying to just go for it, but did he get bashed or something? It was weird, but now he gets lassoed as well. Clement doesn't get the swap on the right target now. More bashes Angsby. He's gonna lose his life. What a disaster. Static Storm's there. Nope. Angsby's still alive with the Requiem of Souls and the Death Requiem. They get those kills, but suddenly they can't fight. Two of the core heroes are down. They get the Berserker Skull to fragment it, but there's no damage output. Or is there JJT? Shiva's card. Not gonna need it now. He still has it. He's gonna pop it. Maybe forgot that he had it. But those are the kills. They got the kills early on, and I really don't think Ice can hold on now. Two heroes down like that, Angsby. It was a nice attempt to try to save the Queen of Pain, and of course without that they wouldn't have killed Juggernaut, but Juggernaut is like, yeah, let's buy back, go for the super-sized Mega Creeps, and they're chasing down B-Boy as well. Blink Berserker Skull, he gets hexed up in return, no drainage, just has uninterrupted attack time now. Blade Mail was annoying, but there's the Finger of Death. Clement, nice! Nice swap out, but Blink Echo Slam, they get the axe down, and that's gonna be game, guys. B-Boy, he is gonna lose his own life as well, and that should be GG. Kingdom in the end, just a couple of nice pickoffs, taking advantage of the fact that buybacks were on cooldown, and now base diving is on the matter. They even used the Omni Chest to secure the kills. And just before we end game number 1, let's take a look at what allows Kingdom to just win this game. So as we see, there's the Abyssal Blade, Omni Slash straight to follow. Shadowfiend came in as a good teammate, tried to soak up a couple of bounces, but those bounces just smashed Queen of Pain down. There was the 4-step out as well, and reinitiation, they get the lasso. That is gonna be just kind of kills secured, guys, with the Fisher stun follow-up. Static Storm came out, but didn't quite hit the build there. So nice usage of buybacks from Kingdom as well, kind of forcing their way through. But guys, this was only game number 1, so nothing to worry about. Ice can still come back. This is a best of 3 after all. But we are gonna go into game number 2's lobby now. So until then, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and well, let's hope for a great game 2 as well.